Now in the last lecture we talked about the timings. Now sometimes you want to execute certain code when the state of the animation finishes and not just change what you render to the screen. For that you get various callbacks you can add, functions you can execute to a transition. I'll go back to the app.js file and do this on this transition component we used to wrap this red block. We got 6 different events we can listen to on this transition component. The first one is onEnter. And there I will simply execute a function where I console log onEnter so that we can see when this happens. The second one is onEntering. So let's print onEntering. The third one is onEntered. And you might of course be able to guess when these methods are executed. We also got onExit, which should print onExit here. And then you might be able to guess that we got onExiting. So let's also print this to the log here. And then we got onExited, like this. Now these 6 different props can be bound to functions as I just did it here. And then you can run any code you want. And they execute in this order. OnEnter is executed right before we enter the entering mode. OnEntering is then executed once we entered the entering mode, and OnEntered is executed once we entered the entered mode. Well, that's a lot of entering. Exit and so on behaves the same. OnExit is used when we start the exiting mode, right before it to be precise. OnExiting is then executed when we are in the exiting mode, and exited once we are in the exited mode. Let me save all of that and let's simply see it in the console log. If I click toggle here for the red button, you see onEnter, onEntering, and after this 1 second it takes, onEntered. And the same for removing. OnExit, onExiting, and onExited. This can be nice to create staggered animations, where you want to wait for one animation to finish before you start the next one. With these methods, you got all the control you need to find out what happened, what finished, what started, and then time your other animations based on that, for example.